Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Diaspora panel, the voice of the diaspora. Thank you for tuning in. I have with me, as always, in the video or in the studio, I have Mr. Olalawal, who is based in Canada. Mr. Lawal, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me this afternoon.
And also Mr. Olaitan Adedigba, who is based in United States of America. Mr. Adedigba, you are also welcome.
Thanks for having me too.
So we want to say a big thank you to all our new subscribers. Last week, we got close to about 100 new subscribers, and we want to say thank you for joining the family. And if you are one of the viewers who have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscription button. It is free of charge. It means that anytime we have a new video, you'll be one of the first people to be notified about it. Today, we want to discuss the North plan of jihad against the South. There's a plan by the Fulanis of northern Nigeria to carry out a jihad against the southern part of Nigeria, especially the southwest of the Yorubaland. We all know that for the last 10 years, there has been a consistent buildup of Fulani militiamen in the forests of the south, especially in the southwest. From our available information, they have now totally surrounded the entire Yorubaland. In fact, a few months ago, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State cried out that some of these heavily armed militias were camped only about 2 kilometers away from the hotel where he was staying in Iseyin in Oyo State. And we know that the Fulani mission is no other than their inordinate ambition to dip the Quoran in the Atlantic. Basically, what they are saying is that their intention is to conquer the southwest of Nigeria, to give them unfettered access to the Atlantic Ocean. This plot is to carry out a jihad in the southwest in the name of Islam and to own Yoruba country forever. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Lawal. Do you think that the leaders of the southwest should take this threat seriously? Or do you think they should just ignore it, as a mission impossible, since they have tried several times without success? Do you think this is we're just worried about nothing?
Well, I would like to hope that it is not a serious threat. But nevertheless, I think in governance, we should always look at worst case scenario. I think we should take the threat very seriously, not just now, but for the long term. In fact, I would say Southwest governors should have a massive security program, some form of a campaign to map out all the forest areas. They can deploy technology like heat mapping, drones with heat mapping cameras to map out all of these areas to see where people are and to go there and confront them to figure out who they are, why they are there, how they even came into the country in the first place, and do the appropriate thing. I think that would be the first thing. Then in more of a medium to a long-term strategy, I think we used to have forest rangers, in the old Western region. I'm not sure exactly what happened, why, we no longer have that presence, to monitor and protect, these vast resources. But I think they need to come back. They need to recruit forest rangers. They need to train them and equip them properly, and use them to monitor and enforce the appropriate rules and regulations within these areas. Finally, I would say that it is a good way for governors to demonstrate that they are really effective chief security officers for their respective states. I think this is an activity that should not be done by solely by individual states, but it should be done collectively, where they can share intelligence. I think it is easier for governors who are in much, southern states to probably say, it's not my problem. But the reality is, if you work together with the states that are further north, in the southwest, you actually will protect your people because that threat is not going to filter down, into your own state. I think that needs to be the mentality of all the southwest and, quite frankly, all southern governors, that they should work together to make sure that these threats, if we find out it's not, a real threat, is good, but nevertheless, we should make sure that we have a proper strategy for how to deal with it. So I think my summary is that it should be taken very seriously.
Thank you very much. Lighton, if you're looking at my screen, you can see the Fulani map.
Okay.
That is their original map. That is the territory they intend to conquer. But they have been defeated in all these countries. They've been defeated in Mali. They've been defeated in Burkina Faso. They've been defeated in Senegal. They've been defeated in Ghana. They've been defeated in Central African Republic. And right now, their brothers in Rwanda, they are carrying out, they are fighting now in Eastern Congo. These are the Tutsis. These are also the Fulanis, their brothers. So you can see that they have gained hold foothold in Rwanda, and they are trying to extend their hold into Central African Republic. So now, Nigeria is a place they have actually said that this is a place that God has delivered into their hands, that they own Nigeria, that their mission is to conquer the southern part of Nigeria so that they can, just like the way they have dominated the Hausas in the north. That's what they're trying. So, and this has been going on for over 60 years. So, Lighton, do you think that we are just paranoid? Or do you think that all the leaders of the southern leader, all the southern governors, that they should actually take this threat seriously? Or do you think it's just a flash in the pan?
Thank you for that question, Deji. Let us look at the historical background of the Fulanis. Who are the Fulanis? They came during the Sokoto Jihad, 1804 to 1808. Right. And when they came to the northern part of the country, they entrenched themselves in the name of religion. They were accepted with open arms by the Hausas, and they defeated these Hausas, and they now extended their they kill all the pagan. They said they don't want paganism, they don't want all this religion. They want them to be practicing true Muslim religion. And eventually they conquer them through Islam. Right? So likewise, they are now doing the same. Now, the population of Fulani in Kwakwaso, all these people, they are now meeting. Right? So, and they are the one championing Sharia in the Southwest, all in the name of, but they don't know the implication of what they are doing. They thought that, okay, they are practicing their religion, but deep inside them, they want to use Sharia as a bait to conquer the Southwest. No more, no less. And once they conquer Southwest, are we ready? In the Southwest, we have traditional religion, we have Christians, we have these people. Unlike northern region, we have Christianity and traditional religion are a minority. But in the Southwest, we are the non-Muslim, they are in the majority. So my fear is the governors. They should not fold their arms and be looking. Okay. Our elders normally say when something serious needs a serious attention, right? When something serious, something terrible needs a terrible attention. So we should build support for ourselves, okay. not until they invade us, not until they continue cutting our hand. Are we ready to see a bottle of water and they can cut your hand.
Let me call on Shuko. Shuko, the next question is for you. So far, we know that the armed forces of Nigeria, they are fighting in the northwest against some militias there. They are fighting Boko Haram in the northeast. They are fighting all these kidnappers and terrorists in the north central. They are fighting the terrorists in the south. They are fighting terrorists in the southeast. But the only place there's no presence at all is in the southwest. So this kind of policy where they think that the southwest is safe, there's no problem. But we have a lot of this militia now hiding in the forest. Do you think this kind of policy will not backfire at the end of the day? Because the southwest is the financial zone of the country. It's the financial life wire of the country. In fact, if you take the southwest out of Nigeria, there will be that, and the rest is void. There's nothing there. So do you think that they should deploy soldiers into the forest so that we don't just think, there should be no problem there? Because the Amotekun that they are thinking there, they can't carry arms. They are only going to the forest with Shakabula and charms to come and fight people with AK-47. So do you think this is not a wrong policy, just to neglect the southwest and concentrate on the other parts, because there's a lot of terrorist activities in the other parts?
Yeah, so I certainly hope that is not the case, because I think if we listen to the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, I think one of the things that he outlined as part of their policy framework is to work with communities where they've identified this particular threat, and to make sure that they work with them, both to gather intelligence and to put together a framework with which they can communicate and work together. I think we need this not only in the southwest, but actually everywhere in Nigeria, where the armed forces are actually working together with the various communities. I think in one area, in intelligence gathering, definitely the army cannot be everywhere. But if they work with the various communities and and rely on them to report movements of suspected individuals and all that, it will go a long way to make the armed forces a lot more effective in planning their own protection activities, and in ensuring that they can arrest these people and detain them and get the appropriate strategy, I think, from them. But I think I would speak also to a larger issue. We've just said that Fulanis are less than 5% of the population of Nigeria, but they seem to be the only ethnic group that has this agenda of conquest. This issue needs to be addressed in Nigeria if Nigeria really wants to have peace, and if all regions want to be able to focus on their own development agenda. Why is it that it is only the Fulanis that have the conquest agenda? Why must every other indigenous group in Nigeria be subject to them? I think this issue must be confronted. Fulani leadership must be confronted with this conquest ideology, and they must come forward to either denounce it or face the consequences. Because quite honestly, we cannot afford, this trying to deal with them with the armed forces and all that. That conquest agenda must be surrendered for them to be accepted as a part of Nigeria. I think that should be non-negotiable. It should be put on the national agenda for discussion. Measures need to be taken to ensure that any form of conquest activities is identified and is addressed immediately. So it's good that the armed forces should work with the communities, but I think a larger political part of the problem is to actually have this conversation at national level and have Fulanis come to denounce any form of conquest ideology.
Thank you.
I think this is important, and it needs to be done.
Thank you very much. Lighton,
Yep.
why do you think that up till now, the armed forces, they have not gone to the forest in the southwest to flush them out? It look like they're just saying, well, the southwest, have the capability to defend themselves. They have Amatekun, they have governors. We just want to concentrate on the IPOB in the southeast. We just want to concentrate on the northwest, and then we want to go to Zamfara. We want to go and face Boko Haram. We want to go, So the southwest, there's really no problem there. Why do you think they have that kind of attitude?
That is hypocrisy in the governance. The past governments, right? They give them unfettered access to our forex, right? During Buhari, everybody they were even supplying them with guns. I saw a video clip that the soldiers, the government officials, they were giving them guns. The guy sworn with Allah that he can swear, right, when they were surrendering in Kaduna, that it was government officials that they were giving them this thing. So it's deep down, right? Because every day we just continue looking at, okay, it doesn't concern me. They've not carried my relations. So everybody just continue looking at. But we need to frontally confront this thing. It's dangerous. Because this is how the outside they were looking at. Okay, let them give them land here. Let them give the Fulani land here. Before you know it, these people, like this general said, he said one day they will Islamize the whole southwest. One retired general in the Navy, one Olawuni or so, Olawumi, he said that it's just a matter of time. They will conquer the southwest. They will conquer the south, the whole lot of south. So what we are saying in essence is our governors, security is a basic. Yeah, everybody must be security conscious. It might not affect our governors, but what about their relations? Right? They should come around. There should be intermittent town hall meeting. All the chairmen, all the House of Assembly members, they should go back to their work, to their constituents, and be telling them about the implications. Anybody you see carrying gun, carrying all this one, report them. Call police, maybe 911, Nigerian emergency line. You call it that, okay, these people, they are here, we don't know them, we've not seen them before. So we should curtail this thing before it escalates.
Okay.
Right. So but once everything continues like this, in just a matter of time, they surrounded all our villages, all our bush, right? They will just one day they will strike. Like Buhari said, they should introduce a radio station that will be only speaking the Fufude language, only Fufude language. Only the Fulani speak Fufude. The Hausa doesn't know Fufude. So they want to tell themselves where to strike. So that is it. We should be careful. In the southwest, so in the south, entire south. Because I saw recently that they invaded Ebonyi State and they killed all the people there just last week.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Laita.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Laita. Shupo. I'm just curious. Why are the governors shying away from the concept of state police? Because we can see that the presidency and the National Assembly, they are very keen about this state police, and they've asked the states to go and sit down and discuss the modalities and so that this can be quickly done. Especially the Southwestern government. Why are they kind of why do they have this lukewarm attitude that like I don't understand? Why are they so slow about it? I was thinking they would have jumped at that offer so that they can have means of protecting themselves. Because if you have a state police, they can carry arms, they can have armored tanks, they can defend their territory. what I don't understand is, why are they reluctant? What do you think is going on?
I think probably a much easier way to ask that question is to actually ask the Southwest governors to give a breakdown of how they are expending their security budget.
That's
Because,
what it's about.
yeah, I mean, we know that they are collecting money and they are the designated chief security officers of their respective states. So what are they doing with the money? Are they hiring security personnel? Are they, buying equipment for them? And if they are not, what are they doing with the money? I think that will give us an insight into what they're doing. But I definitely do.
So you mean they are trying to protect that money that's going to their pocket?
It's a good question to ask. Everything is all about money at the end of the day. So it's a good question to ask. What are they doing with the money? Because they are certainly not recruiting any people into Amotekun, and they're certainly not buying any, surveillance equipment, either drones, arms, personnel carriers, as you have just said. So it will be interesting to hear from them what they are doing with the money. I think that would be, but to a larger point, it is good actually that states have the leverage right now to actually, whatever they call it, state police, state troopers, forest rangers, whatever you call it, they need to have boots on the ground who will have the appropriate training and equipment, to challenge, any of these bandits and bring them to justice. But again, I would say not just individual states. I think it is important for states to work together because there is definitely power, more power in numbers. They can share intelligence and they can have a more effective strategy and approach, if they all work in unison.
Thank you very much. In fairness to the governors, about their security vote, most governors have been buying equipment for the police. Like I know in Lagos, they buy all the trucks for police. They buy a lot of equipment, for the police, and they actually hand them, and the same thing to some other states. So I think in fairness to them, they spend their security vote wisely, judiciously. I don't think they are eating it. I think maybe some of them are eating it, but I don't think it applies to all of them. So, but why do you think that they are dragging their foot about state police? Why are they dragging their foot?
DG, it is you go, it is what you believe in that you will strive to get. If you don't believe in something, you will not work for it. If these people, if they believe that, okay, there is fire on the mountain in the south, in the southern part of more especially in the southwest, they will, okay, what do we do? Let's build support for this problem before it escalates. It was the last time I heard about the Amotekun was during the late Rotimi Akeredolu. Yes. These are it was in the forefront. Let us sensitize these people that, look, this thing, we have to confront it frontally. Like we have to build, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to. I gave them a legal framework on how to go about it. Right. But these ones here, they don't, nobody to ginger them. All what they are doing with they are trying, but it's not enough. They are exposing their constituents into danger, into danger. Right? A lot of them, I heard the governor of your state, saying that in the hotel 2 miles away from where his hotel he stays, the Fulani, they were there, they camped there, they surrounded the place. What are you doing? Are you not the security of the whole state? This is not Buhari era where you can ask the people, your people, go and flush them out there. Why are you the chief security? It is unheard of. Right? So these are the area we need to work upon. We need to sensitize all these governors. They might not know the implication. Let them sit down. This is the implication. You disseminate this information to the people, right? To report any security threat in your area. Report it to the people, to the Amateku. Let them be arrested before it escalates. Right? All these things, it's just a matter of time. These people, they are planning, they are planning, and they are making use of our opinion leaders, our political leaders, our religious leaders, to penetrate our people, right? And once they penetrate our people, they will not be. I had this former minister for communication, Shitu, saying that really Sharia is good. Sharia is the best thing that can happen in the Southwest, that it is in the Constitution. Aregbesola echoes it, right? So all these people, these are the people that work directly with Buhari, right? You see the nexus. So these are the synergy they have been using to penetrate our people, right? They are our opinion leader, our political leader, our social leader. So it is dangerous, and our governors, they should work. They should do whatever in their means to make sure that they don't expose the people to danger.
Thank you.
Right? They should do all the money they are using. Let them use it for security. Let them come together. Let them sanitize. Let them strategize what to do. How are we going to curtail this incursion? Right? They knew that these people, they are coming, and then they should put your support for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we come to the end of today's deliberation. So I want to say a big thank you to my friend, Mr. Olatunde Digba, all the way from America. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure being around today. And thank you, viewers back at home.
Thank you. And to my very good brother, Mr. Olalawal, thank you also for coming to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me.
To all our viewers again, please, if you have not yet subscribed, please push that button right now. It means that when we do the next video next Sunday, you'll be one of the first people that we are going to, send, to contact to let you know. And I want to say a big thank you to all our new subscribers. We welcome you into the family. And if you have any information for us or you have any question, please send us an email on info@diasporapanel.com. And please, we want to see your comments. Please put down your comments at the bottom of the video. We want to see what you think about this video. God bless you. We'll see you again next week, Sunday. Thank you.